Hello and welcome. Now we know about HTML. Let me have what is a brief history of the HTML. In 1980, physicist Tim Berners-Lee, then a contractor at Kern, wanted to share a document. He specified HTML and wrote the browser and server software in late 1990. The first publicly available description of HTML was a document called HTML tags, first mentioned on the internet by Tim Berners-Lee in late 1991. Now we know about what is a HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language and is used to create electronic documents that display on the World Wide Web. Each page contains a series of connections to other pages called hyperlinks. Without HTML, a browser would not know how to display text or images or other elements. Then, what is a hypertext? A hypertext refers to the way in which web pages are linked together. Means hypertext contains graphics, videos and sounds etc. That links available on the page is called hyperlink. As its name suggests, HTML is a markup language. It is a set of tags or a set of rules for creating tags. It uses tags to define elements within a document. Now, what is the HTML tag? The HTML is a markup language and make uses of various tags to format the content. These tags are enclosed within the angular braces, means a greater than and less than symbols which we are having. In that we can write the tag name. Except few tags, most of the tags have their corresponding closing tags. For example, see here HTML which we have written in the tags, and it is closing. By giving the slash symbol, we can close the HTML. So we are opening the tag and closing the tags. Now we see the structure of the HTML. The structure of the HTML contains main thing means the starting should be a HTML tag with a closing that HTML, and then go for the head section. The head of an HTML document is where information such as the document title can be placed. There are several elements that can be referenced in the head of the document. So we are writing the head section. In this presently we are writing the title, where we are closing that particular tag by giving the closing tag title and closing that head tag. Then go for the body tag. The body of an HTML document is where all the elements or the information you wish to view must appear, and it should be appeared after the head section. Means it should be written in the head it should not be written after head section. We are writing this body section. In this, whatever the information we want to print or we want to see, we can write in this body section and closing that HTML. And then go for the simple example here. HTML head and title, we are writing the title something whichever we want to have in that, and closing the title tag and closing the head tag. Now we open the body tag. Here we are writing the information which we want to see on our page. So H1 and H1, this is the heading tag, and P, it is the document contains, means which we can write. Now we go for the basic HTML tags. Here we are having the heading tags. Each heading tag indicates the relative importance of each section. Means any document starts with the heading tag. You can use different sizes. Means the heading tags has sizes from H1 to H6, where H1 is the biggest font size and H6 is the least size. By vice versa, we are moving that. While displaying any heading or browser adds one line before and one line after that heading tags. Means go for an example here, HTML head and closing the and writing the title and closing that particular title. Go for the head section and closing that, and go for the body section here, H1 which we are writing in a tag and closing that H1 and opening the other H2, and vice versa we are writing and closing the body tag and closing that HTML. After that, if we execute this program, we'll get this output like this, where this is the first heading one and we are writing that one in this, and go for the next line. There is a space between one line to the other line. By giving these heading tags, we can have a space for that, and go for the paragraph tag. Browser automatically adds some space before and after each paragraph element. Means it usually represents in visual media as blocks of text that are separated from adjacent blocks by vertical blank spaces. So we go for an example how the paragraph tag executes. HTML, go for the tag head title, closing the title, we are writing some name to the particular title and closing the head section, and opening the body section where we are writing the paragraph p tag. It is a paragraph tag. Here is the first paragraph of text, and go for the next two lines. Other paragraph we are adding more three p tags where we are having three paragraph tags, and closing the body section and closing the head section. Now we see the output for this. Here see this output where we are having a one line break for this space and starting in the next lines, right? Next we move on to the line break tag. Line break, whenever you use the BR tag, anything followed it starts from the next line. You need not have the opening and closing tags for it. Just go for the BR tag. It produces a line break in text. It is useful for writing a poem or an address where the divisions of lines is significant. This tag inserts a single line break. See, we go for the example that head HTML head title, closing the title and closing the head section and opening the body section. There I have written a paragraph tag, previously learned that, hello, and going for the break tag, BR tag, and and again I have written some line and go closing that, and next we have written a BR tag and go for the thanks and BR tag, and then go for that. Here we will see the output. See this, it will have a single line spaces for that, and which will be having the break tag. After that we are giving the break, so for the next line it is coming out, right? Next we move on to the center tag. Center tag is a simple way of quickly center aligning blocks of text and images by encapsulating the container in center tag. Let me have a simple example here. HTML head title, I am writing the title and closing the title and closing the head, and body section we are opening here and giving a paragraph tag. This text is not in the center, and here we are assigning center tag here. For this center tag we are having a paragraph tag. This text is in the center, and closing that center tag and closing the body and closing that particular HTML. After that, if we execute that program, we can have that the output. See this text is not in the center, means which will be in the starting stage, and here the center tag we are giving, there we will have the center tag in the middle of that particular page. Thank you.